Let's talk about lead poisoning now. Globally, 1 in every 3 children have high levels of lead in their blood, putting their mental and physical health at risk. In Ghana, there are no statistics readily available to prove the extent of lead poisoning, especially among children. But a 2020 UNICEF survey in 7 African countries, which includes Ghana, show that the lead levels in some water sources in Ghana have reached worrying levels. What this means is that people exposed to these water sources are at risk of contamination. Water, however, is not the only source of lead poisoning. That is why the Ghana Health Service, in collaboration with UNICEF, is starting a sensitization drive to create awareness on some of the harmful components of lead. Joining us now for more on this via Zoom is Eunice Joanna Jagli. She is with the Greater Accra Regional Health Promotion. I'm grateful, Eunice, for your time. Help us break it down. What are the sources of lead poisoning and how dire is the situation here in Ghana? Eunice, kindly unmute for me. Kindly unmute for me, Eunice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Lead poisoning can be through recycling, the burning of tires, as we have at Agbogloshi. We can also get some from cosmetics that we use. We can also get some from the car batteries. That is the major source of lead exposure. We can also get from paint that we use to paint our rooms or cars and so on and so forth. We can get some from petrol and as well as the aviation fuel. And the most worrying is tainted canned food. We can get lead exposure and poisoning from them.
You are organizing a sensitization program with UNICEF. Which areas are you focusing on?
At the moment, we are looking at Agbogloshin, Ashedu Keteke, looking at Abusuokai in Ablekuma Central, also looking at Ashiama, Tema, Nungwa in the Greater Accra. Those are the areas of focus. However, this is happening in other regions as well. We are looking at increasing the awareness of lead poisoning and exposure. We want people to understand that there had been increasing content of lead in the blood of children as well as adults. And as we know, it can retard growth and mental growth of children. It can also result in anemia or cause anemia. For adults, it is sometimes responsible for high blood pressure, kidney damage, and sometimes can cause deformation in fetus. So we want to ensure that this becomes a household knowledge for people to take informed decisions.
Joined via Zoom by a UNICEF communication representative, Charity Nikio. Thanks so much for your time. I want you to shed more light on this UNICEF survey that reveals lead levels in some water sources in Ghana have reached worrying levels.
Thank you, Aisha, and good evening to your viewers and listeners also. So the survey is, like I said, it's a combined country one, and it was done at the Sentinel site set up by the Ghana Health Service itself. And we have 2 of these in the southern zone, which is in Ashiama and then at the Accra Metro at Agbogloshi Clinic. And then we have another 2 in Kumasi Metro around the Menchia Hospital in Kumasi. And then Efija Kwabre District, there's a polyclinic at Kodie, where we also have this site. And then also in the northern sector, where we have Yendi Municipal Hospital and the Tamale West Municipal Hospital. There is also a workplace testing at the Tema Enclave, at the Free Zones Enclave, and also at the Ashedu Keteke AMA office. So these are the places where the samples were taken from for Ghana. And that is when we realized that the levels are more than normal. And so it's a pilot that is being done in Ghana for now. And we are hoping that after the awareness and the results from this awareness creation, we'll have more funding to scale up to other places. Because as Eunice said, lead poisoning is gotten from so many places. And these places that I have mentioned, we have mentioned, now is getting even closer than we think, because people are also burning their e-waste in their house. They are disposing of car batteries and normal batteries that we use for our lights and things at our homes. And so we are all exposing ourselves to it. And that's why we want caregivers, especially those who have children under 5, to be very much aware of this. Thank you.
Ghana Health Service in parts of the country. How long is it? Hello, Charity. I'm asking you to tell me how long the sensitization drive is. I mean, in parts of the country.
So we are doing this up till the end of June next year. So June 2022 will be when we'll be rounding off and seeing the results that have been achieved so far. Then we'll think of how to do the next steps and to scale up if possible.
So with this research, what has been your recommendation?
A lot. First of all, apart from the community sensitization, we are also trying to get community advocates in these areas. And then we are including the schools also, and as well as the other collaborators like the Ghana Education Service, and then the EPA, the community development people, and other agencies who will help in sensitizing the communities, especially those who have children below 5 years. And like I talked about workplace testing, it's also important that those who work in factories and other manufacturing areas are also sensitized on exposure to lead poisoning.
Charity, how do we resolve some of these issues, especially now that research has confirmed?
I would say it's advocacy, education, and dialoguing. That's the most important thing, yes, because we have to put in place policies, and that will be advocacy. Then we'll have to dialogue with communities and caregivers and some of the leaders, and that will be dialoguing and negotiation. And that will help us to solve some of these preventive things.
Let me bring in Eunice. Eunice, how serious is the Ghana Health Service taking this recommendation from UNICEF's research? Hello, Eunice.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you. Anything that bothers down on the health of people is of so much concern to Ghana Health Service. And as we always say, your health our concern, and your health depends on what you do. We just try to support you and ensure you prevent the condition, as well as help you manage the condition to live a healthier life. So getting to understand that lead poisoning is increasing and the health impact is so enormous. It is so critical to us to ensure that people understand what they should be doing and how they should do it to prevent the situation from occurring or resulting into ill health. And those who have already developed the ill health, how do we manage them that it doesn't affect their life so much? You imagine a child who is using a toy that exposes the child to lead poisoning. Is the child aware? Is the parent aware? No, yes. Therefore, we need to make this information available. So we are trying to engage all the stakeholders as much as possible to give us the needed support that the message can reach out to everybody. For that, even tomorrow, there will be engagement with Queen Mothers from the Greater Accra region to dialogue on what we can do together to ensure mothers and caregivers understand that even when they are buying toys or when they buy toys and they are damaged, the toy may be costly, but the life of the child is most precious. So if it is damaged in a way that will affect the child's health, then it should be disposed. We also want to use all the avenues available to us to ensure that people will understand if a glass is broken, there's no need using it. If your ceramic bowl is broken or is damaged at a place, there's no need using it. You have spent to buy, but your life and health is more precious than the cost of the product you are using. And the worst of it is the water. When the water did not pass through the right tube to homes. So we are in connection with water companies to see how we can ensure that we get water passed through the right pipes, that we don't get our water contaminated to the consumer. And we want to see how we can engage the mining areas in the area like Stone, Quarrel, centers to see how they can also.
I'm grateful, ladies, for joining me. Eunice Jagli is with the Ghana Health Service Charity.